Hi, welcome to my project. This project is called QuizGame2. It includes originally it only included one game. It's supposed to be a multi-game app, but so I decided to implement a blackjack game within the QuizGame app. So here it is, and unfortunately, it seems like the application I'm using to record this can only record either this, which is the codes, or it won't record the emulator. But oops, yeah, it won't record the emulator for some reason. So what I have is the documentation that I'm going to turn in. This is my project. So I can do a separate video showing how this functions. Maybe I will. I'll submit two. But for now, for this video, so this is so you get an idea of the application. The application is supposed to look like this. It's got two buttons, Blackjack, Quiz Game. It takes you to either Quiz Game or Blackjack. So this is the Blackjack app. If you clicked on the button Blackjack, yeah, you would go over here. The application would show you that it will show you what your cards are, and then it will tell you that you have 19. You drew 10 and 9. You score 19. And eventually it'll ask you if you want to hit or stay or exit. And then if you hit, you probably lose. If you have 18 and you hit, you lose. So that's that. So let's get on the code side of things. What I wanted to do is actually implement more for the blackjack. For the blackjack app side of the application, but I ran out of time. I spent most of iteration 3 and 4 refactoring because the quiz activity, I had an activity for each question, and to me at the time that seemed like the best thing to do, but I guess it wasn't. So I just put all the questions in one thing, in just one class. One class was a question, use a string array, and then stored all the answers into a nice, neatly and nicely into their own little static answer class and the quiz activity. So this is where the magic happens. You got your buttons, functionalities. Everything is held nice and clean into one class as opposed to separate classes. Yeah, the refactoring really kind of took me a while. I did a lot of research. Um, yeah, watched a lot of tutorials. So yeah, I just using one class model as opposed to like 10 is probably more beneficial in the long run. So this is where we initialize our variables, and our true button is here. Obviously it says true button, but I always put I don't know why I put the comment there because it's obviously a true button. And this controls your true button. The if answer equals true, update your score. If the answer is true, you would update your score, or if the answer is not true, then you probably won't. The score probably won't update, and then you won't get any points. This is for, by the way, the quiz game app. I don't know if I mentioned that. This is the quiz game. Perform a check to see if we're on the last question of the quiz. Update score, then perform the check. If question number is equal to the length of the question, basically if the question number is the total of all the questions, then we just want to make sure that we are under 10. Yeah, so we want to perform a check. And then else if. So you got a few if statements, if else. Just updating the questions. If the user's answer is wrong, then we go over here, this finish, update question, we update question. Yeah, if the answer is wrong, yeah, make that makes sense. And then we have our false button that just does everything that the true button does, just in reverse. If answer is false, update the score, converts the int variable to a string and adds it to the score view, which is pretty straightforward. And this is good to just have all this in just one class. So yeah, the true false, same thing. So you have outside the onCreate method a method to update the questions, because after updating the scores and making sure the score and is under 10, making sure that we haven't run out of questions, even if we do, to actually, to give the user their total scores once we've run out of questions. And this updates the questions every time. This question number answer equals quiz.answers, and every time this method is called, it increases the question number, which you see question number plus plus. So this takes the variable and converts it into a string. That's that's pretty much update question, update score. That's what the quiz activity does. Update and make sure that we are not done with this is the meat pretty much of everything. Then you got quiz.java that holds the questions. Oops. You have your menu. The menu is just a menu. It takes you to either your blackjack or main activity. My naming convention could have been better. Main activity being here, and then when you go to main activity, it has a start button. The start button takes you straight into the questions for the quiz game app. And then if you choose to do so, if you're in the menu.java, if you choose to go to the blackjack class, it will take you to the blackjack game, which just holds your basic java.util random generator. Just generate a random number for the cards, random 2 numbers, draw 2. It draws 2 cards and generates a random 2 points, 2 cards score, and then you got your hit, stay, exit button, just your basic hit button. If the user hits the hit button, which I can go into the blackjack Java, which is just this. We have 2 buttons in a XML file. The user hits hit, and his cards, the draw card is equal to 21. He gets a congratulation message saying that he's over 20. He hit 21, and if not, or he goes over for some reason right here, he loses, or he or she loses. And then this is where you set the text to you have cards total, cards, and then hit or stay. It basically shows you what you have and do you want to hit or stay. So that's a hit button. A stay button is the same thing. Stay, hit or stay, and basically it's the same thing in your exit, your basic exit button, and then there's your methods, your classes, the draw card. There's draw 2. This implements the random number generator next int, I mean, and then this enables you to draw 2. So I is equal to 2, and just keep going until you get 2 cards. But it just kind of 1, 2. I can do 3 cards, but it's blackjack, so you're doing 2. Cards total, so basically shows you your total cards points. This is it for the coding part. I wish I could show you the actually how the app works. But that's it. Going on 10 minutes now, so that's my multi-game application. Thank you.